I haven't figured it out quite yet. I have gotten back from the Thanksgiving holiday, that being a week ago now that I think about it and look at it up in the corner here. So yeah, and I always enjoy the feasting and the food and seeing families. My main sources of enjoyment all over the holiday season. There's certain things in the tradition I don't particularly like, but I don't feel I need to get into that, because I like to think this isn't just some kind of video blog or another guy talking in front of a webcam, because there's certainly enough of that. So, and I hope there'll be some lasting rock for this, some horizon to walk out on. I have been reading John Ashbery recently. That may be why I'm not completely forthcoming, but I think people can figure out the answers themselves, for the most part. And I think perhaps people are smarter than we think they are. But perhaps, I can't say anything is completely true. But I think it's quite interesting how well connected we can be, how small the world has become with these exchanges of video here, and the whole dawning of the information age to be as general as possible. How easily I can see into someone else's living room, someone else's world, if you will. So that's an interesting feature I've thought about, having experimented with the blog I try to maintain and various websites, and Twitter always just seems to fall short. I don't quite get it. I think it's wonderful having a set limit of letters to write something in, a set, I believe it's 140 characters you can use to write something up on a almost a community wall, if you will. I like that because it's kind of like a constraint, if you will, to use something that Raymond Queneau, I'd use a term that Raymond Queneau or Francis Lanois, I believe is his name, or one of the other Ulipians would use. And it still is another fascination of mine, the various Ulipians and their adventures and their writings. It's great being able to just have this cup of coffee here when I lose my train of thought, just being able to drink out of it and collect my thoughts and continue along. So, and I guess one of the points of this could be, or perhaps purpose or concept, is how I get to writing, and how I get to what I'm writing, and how the creative act begins. So, and this is another way, just basically to get thoughts out, if you will, and in a format that's close to someone just talking on a microphone, but the amplification of the sound and of the person's, in my case, energy is merely just a webcam on YouTube. That's kind of fun, poking at the webcam there. That's, I think, much better than doing air quotes all the time. But that's just my own outside the box ness of, however you want to say it. I didn't really want to say eccentric because I don't know. You know, for a long time we didn't think the world was round, so why then not just speak randomly on the internet when you have perhaps, yeah, perhaps something to say. So I'm going to leave it at that.